Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Carnage Reviews. My name is Eric. We are now in the month of November. And you know what that means? Christmas shopping, Black Friday, turkey, a shitty parade. Oh, and murderous mayhem. No? That's not part of your typical November? Well, it is in today's movie, Blood Rage, aka Nightmare at Shadow Woods, aka Slasher. Before we jump into this very fun and very strange movie, just a quick reminder to please consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free, and it's the best way to keep up to date with my latest content. Blood Rage was directed by John Grismer. It stars Louise Lauser, Mark Sopper, Julie Gordon, and Jane Benson. Blood Rage has one of the best opening sequences in an 80s slasher film ever. Maddie is on a date at a drive-in while her two sons, who are twins, Todd and Terry, sleep in the back. The kids wake up and sneak out of the car. Terry takes a hatchet and watches a couple have sex before he kills one of them, while Todd watches. Terry frames Todd for the killing, who is so traumatized he is unable to speak. He is committed to an insane asylum. Several years later, an adult Terry lives with his mother in a secluded apartment complex named Shadow Woods. On Thanksgiving Day, Terry learns that his mother is now engaged to her boyfriend, who owns the apartment complex. Todd also manages to escape the asylum. These two events trigger Terry's murderous rage. It's not cranberry sauce, not cranberry sauce at all. Wow, this one ranks right up there with Butcher Baker Nightmare Maker on the weird factor, and I mean that in a good way. Strange characters, strange dialogue, and some really funny as hell moments that I'm not sure if they were intentional or unintentional. I'm leaning more towards intentional. Blood Rage doesn't seem to take itself too seriously, which I think was a smart choice. And when you watch it, it's like seeing the 80s captured in a bottle. It captures the essence of the 80s perfectly, I think. And it also has one catchy main theme song, which throughout the movie, there seems to be different variations of the same song, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it does work. Out of all the titles this movie has, I think Blood Rage is the most fitting because it is a rather gory film. The effects don't look super realistic, but given that this was an 80s low budget horror film, I think they look pretty good. This movie has so many weird and awkward moments. I love the scene when Todd's doctor is out in the woods looking for him, and Terry kills her by literally chopping her in half. And later on in the movie, Todd finds her body and he actually tries to put her back together as he's talking to her, which is just really funny and strange. Louise Losser is definitely the star of this movie. Her reaction to everything is just so funny, odd, and disturbing all at the same time. She has this vibe to her where she just seems like she's going to snap at any moment. It may seem like she's overacting, but I think that was by design. Mark Sopper, who plays both Terry and Todd in the movie, does a really good job in the roles, and he does some nice work in establishing both characters. They both have their own unique quirks and personalities. In fact, when I first saw Blood Rage, I just assumed that the roles were played by actual twins. What drives Terry to kill seems to be sexual in nature, and also has to do with some underlying issues with his mother. At the beginning of the movie, when he's a kid, him and Todd, Terry witnesses his mother being with another man. When Terry's mother announces her engagement, that seems to trigger him, and it brings back his blood rage. There's also a scene where he's with this girl who just moved into the apartment complex, and she's making it very, very obvious what she wants. She wants this guy. She wants him. And he's just very uncomfortable and uneasy about it. And it also seems to lead him to kill more people and further fuel his violence. Terry also almost has sex with his girlfriend, which in turn leads him to want to kill her. Could this movie have an underlying message against premarital sex? Probably not, but it's fun to think about. The relationship between Terry and his mother is definitely strange, and there's definitely a Oedipus complex going on. Todd and Terry's mother is definitely mentally unstable, and she has a very strange fixation on her son Terry. A fixation that comes out even more in the climax of the movie, which I won't ruin, but it's definitely a very strange ending. Ted Raimi, brother of Sam Raimi, has a small role in Blood Rage. And is it just me, or does the outfit that he's wearing make him look like young Ralph from Friday the 13th? The place has a death curse. Also, does this dude just hang out in the bathroom all day in the off chance that a horny guy's going to come in wanting to buy condoms? Even though the film taking place on Thanksgiving really isn't the center of attention, this would be the first Thanksgiving slasher film, I believe. Really, what holiday is left for a slasher film to do? I don't think there's really any holiday that they haven't done yet. Maybe Hanukkah? That would be something else. Maybe they have done a Hanukkah slasher film. If they have, let me know. But otherwise, I think, Easter's been done, 4th of July. I think even President's Day, right? I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But what do you guys think? What holidays haven't been done yet for a slasher film? And what holidays would you like to see? Let me know in the comments. If you're looking for a good horror flick with grindhouse vibes, you can't really go wrong when it comes to Blood Rage. It's got everything you could ask for in a slasher film. It's got gore, humor, and it also moves rather quickly and doesn't waste any time getting to the good stuff. I give Blood Rage 5 skulls. Thanks for checking out today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the heck out of that like button. Have you seen Blood Rage? Let me know your thoughts, good or bad, in the comments. Well, that's it for me today, guys. Remember, if you're in the woods and you find a knife with red stuff on it, remember, that's not cranberry sauce. Take care, guys.